Hi, Father Ian Van Heusen here. So what I want to do is I want to answer some questions and just kind of have some longer conversations. The first one I want to talk about is dating. But it was interesting. I got a question from an older woman who is dating, and let me read the question real quick. So she said she's been seeing a guy since August, and what she finds is, I won't read the whole thing, but she finds that every guy she keeps dating, she's older. She's in her 40s or 50s or a little bit older. And everybody she starts to date is they want to get serious really quick. They want to make the relationship physical. They want to, kind of take the next step very quickly. And that can be a challenge, of course, for Catholics who believe in saving sex until marriage, right? And so I think that's a question for all of us. How do we remain chaste in our relationships? And the value of that. And also, but how do we find somebody who's a suitable partner? I was taking some inspiration. When I first got this email, one of the things that first came to mind was our Focus missionaries, they do a dating fast. So to focus on their mission, the first year that they're a missionary, if they're not in a serious long-term relationship, they have to spend a year where they cannot consider dating at all. And really, it kind of frees them up. It frees them up to make friends and to form other relationships. And I think that is the key, is you got to start forming good friendships. You have to have a good relationships, a good network of people, and also trying to recognize what is an authentic relationship. So also I kind of realized as I was kind of thinking through this answer to this question, to this particular person's question, is it was a strange kind of thing to bring up, but we had an insight when I was in high school and middle school. My friends would talk about it. They'd say, if it was precisely when you weren't looking for a girlfriend that you would then, find somebody who likes you. And there's something about that. Like, there's actually a deeper wisdom, right? When we're frantically trying to find somebody to fill our loneliness, when we give off that neediness vibe, that's incredibly crippling to our relationships. There's something about freedom that instills confidence, inspires deep friendship, and leads to authentic friendship, but also authentic romance. So what's the principle of freedom? That we're not ruled by fear, that we're not ruled by anxiety, that we're not desperately seeking someone to fill that void, but rather in freedom, we're discerning if we're called to marriage. There's a little bit of a distinction there. I would also take some inspiration from St. John of the Cross. He says, to come to what you have not, you must go by a way in which you have not. To come to the knowledge you have not, you must go by a way in which you know not. To come to be what you are not, you must go by a way in which you are not. And it's this paradoxical sense of letting go of everything. So what I would tell that person, and I'm going to share this video with her, first step, let go of your desire to be married. Let go of your desire for a relationship. Live in freedom. Imagine yourself spending the rest of your life alone or with somebody, but being completely free either way. Work through your fear, work through your anxiety. And then, as you work through that and you come to that place of freedom and you start to enter into friendships first, try your relationships. Put men to the test. Put the friendships to the test. See if they have strong roots. And then if your friendship starts to bear fruit, then take the next step and discern marriage. But first, come to that place of freedom. So consider that. Maybe even consider some kind of dating fast where you spend some time away from dating and you just give yourself time to pray and to work through your own issues. So consider that today. Amen.